Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to show you how to use Unreal Engine's modeling tools to model a donut so you can make high-quality meshes like these. The first thing to do is going to decide where to model your donut. If you want to create a new scene for your mesh, go ahead and create one, else use any project you want. Then you have to make sure that the Modeling Tools Editor Mode plugin is enabled. Go to the Edit tab, click Plugins, and search for Modeling. If this checkbox isn't ticked, tick it and restart the engine. Now we can start to model our beautiful donut. Go on the Mode Selection toolbar or use Shift+5 as a hotkey to enter modeling mode. To model your object, use the most similar of these 9 shapes to model it faster. In our case, I'm going to use the torus, as it has a shape very similar to a donut. Left-click to position it on your scene. You can also adjust the position and rotation of the object using this panel. I'm going to put it at the center of our scene. In the Create panel, you can adjust the details of our torus. I'm going to increase the minor and major slices to 64 to make our donut more round. Then hit Accept when you're happy with your model to create it. The object you just created is saved here in the Content browser. Generated, Static Meshes. I'm going to rename it Donut Base. Don't forget to duplicate it as we're going to need it later. Select your newly created mesh and click F to focus on it. Now we're going to focus on the icing of the donut. With our base selected, go on Model, then Plane Cut. Click on Flip Plane, then adjust the plane as you like. I'm making it 31. Now go into the Content browser again and position the donut base we duplicated under our icing. Now let's concentrate on the details of our donut. Scale the icing so it is visible, then hide the base of the donut to make it easier to model our shape by selecting the base and pressing H. To make our icing more realistic, making it wavy to give that melting look, select it and go to Deform, then Dynamic Sculpt. Decrease the strength and increase the smoothing strength of the brush and model your donut to your liking. Don't try to make it absolutely perfect, as we're going to smooth it out later. Also, make sure to use the Move brush and not any other of the selectable ones. Click Accept to save your changes. Now to smooth our donut, we're going to increase the number of polys to our mesh and apply a smoothing tool. First thing, go to Mesh, then Remesh. Increase the target triangle count to 15,000 and tick. Discard attributes to ignore the existent UV map and normals. This will make our mesh smoother. Then go to Deform and select Smooth. Play around with the values to see which configuration you like the most, then hit Accept. Now let's detail out donut spread too. Unhide it by clicking the eye symbol by the donut base, then rescale the icing to fit the donut. To add realism to the bread of the donut, we're going to make it more stretched here on the sides. We can do it by using the Flatten tool, which is in Deform, Dynamic Sculpt. I'm also going to use the Inflate and Smooth tools to fix this part. The shape of our donut is finally complete. Now we're going to color it to make it beautiful. Let's start with the icing first. Create a new material called M_donut icing and open it. This material is going to be very simple. Press 3, then click anywhere in the blueprint to create a color node. I want my donut to be an aqua-ish color. Obviously, you can choose any color depending on your likings. After choosing your color, set the roughness to 0.32, assign the material to your mesh, then hit Apply. Actually, I want my color to be a little more darker. I just have to edit the value of my color and I'm done. If you like this video so far and you're getting value from it, please consider leaving a like and maybe following so you can help grow my channel and I can help you to grow your Unreal Engine knowledge. Also, I invite you to check out my Patreon channel, where I post free projects from my videos weekly. Thanks for supporting me. Now back to the video. Let's create a texture for the donut spread too. Go into the Content browser and create another material called M_donut bread. The roughness will be 0.21. Then for the base color, we're going to use the vertex color to interpolate between two colors to recreate that not-so-cooked texture on real donuts. To interpolate these colors, we're going to use a lerp node with the alpha channel on the red output of the vertex color node, with a brighter color for the A and a more cooked color for the B input. Apply your material on the donut and hit save on your material too. To actually use the two colors we chose, let's open a different mode in our engine called Mesh Painting Mode by using Shift+4 or going to the Mode Selection panel. With your donut selected, click on Paint, then disable every paint channel except for the red one. Using Shift plus left click, you can paint your donut as you want. Our mesh is starting to look pretty neat. Now let's create the sprinkles for our donut. I'm going to start by creating a small cylinder with high radial slices and height subdivisions. Then I make it more round using the smooth tools. And there we have a beautiful sprinkle. I'm going to create another one by duplicating it. Our second sprinkle is going to be bent to the right. To do this, we're going to use a specific tool called Warp here in the Deform section. To complete our donut, let's put our sprinkles on our icing. To do this, we're going to use another useful mode of Unreal, which is Foliage mode. Open it by pressing Shift+3. Drag your sprinkles here. Crank the density up to 10,000 and set the ground slope angle to a maximum of 80 degrees. To decorate your donut, adjust the size of the brush and put your sprinkles all over your mesh. Then to fix the rotation of our sprinkles, return back to our meshes, enter Modeling mode, go to X-Form and edit the pivot. Put it at the center of our mesh and rotate it 90 degrees to the right. Do this for all the sprinkles. I'm going to do some little adjustments. I suggest you to make them too. Just note that with Shift and clicking and dragging, you can erase what you have placed. Then you can play with the brush size, paint and erase density to adjust the looks of your donut. For the final touch, let's make our sprinkles of different colors. Create a new material and call it M_donut sprinkles. Now to make the color different randomly, we're going to use a per instance random node, which is a random number between 0 and 1 assigned to every instance of our material. Let's create the colors we're going to use. I'm using a goldish yellow, a light blue, some light pink, and a vibrant green. After choosing your colors, drag a IF node from our random number. Since we're using 5 colors, the B input is going to be 0.2. Do it over until you have no colors left, and remember to connect the output of the previous IF node on the A is less than B input of the next node, and the color on the A greater than B input. To assign our material to our sprinkles, open them in the content browser and modify their color here in the top right corner of the screen. Congratulations! You just completed your donut using only Unreal Engine's tools, without the use of any other complicated modeling engine. Now to really make our scene majestic, let's adjust the lighting and plane on which our donut is sitting. I'm going to delete the sprinkles as we don't need them anymore. Start by selecting the direction light of our scene and decreasing the light intensity to 3 lux. Also, don't forget to set this actor as static, as it increases the detail of our lighting. Also, I want to simulate a sunset scene to really accentuate the lighting on our creation. I'm going to rotate this light 21 degrees on the y-axis and minus 62 degrees on the z-axis. For the floor of our scene, let's create a material. I don't want to use a too strong of a color as it can mess with our donut bouncing light everywhere. So I'm going to use soft blue to make our scene pleasant to the eye. Furthermore, I'm going to adjust the actual size of our plane to make it closer to our mesh on the upside, showing our sunset and larger here on the sides. You can see that our floor is making our donut a little too blue, which is not realistic nor good to see. To fix this problem, I'm going to create a post-process volume here from this little panel. Make sure to tick this Infinite Extend Unbound checkbox, unless you're not going to see changes. The only change I want to make is to the bloom. Set the method to convolution and the intensity to 2. Finally, I want to make our plane smoother, so I'm lowering the material's roughness to 0. Press G to admire your beautiful creation. Isn't it gorgeous? With 3D modeling, possibilities are endless. I hope you liked the content. Please leave a comment to let me know what would you like to see here on my channel, or even what you have created after watching me building this scene. This said, see you again.